it sink in. Hip hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
You're welcome, everybody, to another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. I am your humble host, Prince Elias, and today we have a very good music episode for y'all. Super excited. I love, love, love talking music. We've had a lot of movies come out, um, so that those reviews are coming. It's gonna take a minute. If they're not up on, the sites, y'all know, then I might not go see it because certain movies I am not going to the movie theaters. And then there are certain movies I am going to the movie theaters to see. Um, but yeah, but they are coming. I promise y'all the movies are coming. But in the meantime, we've had a lot of music drop. I will be reviewing Madonna's brand new album that came out couple of weeks ago, or probably a month ago at this point, Confessions 2. And then there's a new single by an R&B singer named AMARIA that I really, really love, and I really, really want to hype up and tell y'all how good that song, that single is, because I think she's one of those R&B acts that are rising, and people need to um, you know, discover. But speaking of R&B, a lot of R&B dropped 2 weeks ago, like all in the same day. Like I guess they all had a group meeting and was like, we all dropping today. And it was crazy. I was in a R&B heaven. Like what the hell? Because we had Steve Lacy, he had dropped. We had Sid from the internet also. We had Masego, we had Ombre, and we had Larry June. Every man, when all those albums dropped that Friday, I was like, I don't know which one to start with. Of course, I started with Steve Lacy because I love Steve Lacy, and then I went to see it. Because they both were members of the internet, the group The Internet with Odd Future, Tyler the Creator, back when they first came out and blew up in the music industry. And so I was like, yeah, I got to start with the two internet members. And I'm super excited that they both dropped. And they also announced that the group, the internet, is coming back with another album. So I'm super pumped for that. I'm excited about that. It was great. It was amazing. So, yeah. I've been in music heaven. It's gotten so bad, and there's so much music that's been out that I'm behind on watching podcasts, my regular true crime YouTube video channels that I love watching every day because YouTube is pretty much my TV. I don't watch TV except for shows like House of the Dragon and stuff. Other than that, I really don't watch television. I don't even have a TV in my apartment because it's pointless when you got a laptop and computers and your phone. Um, but I've been in such a music heavy. Music has been taken over for me. So I have neglected a lot of people's YouTube channels, including my friends. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. But when I'm cleaning those snakes and stuff, I got these headphones or my other Bluetooth headphones on and I'm rocking, I'm jamming. So I've neglected y'all. But I got y'all on the playlist. I'll go back and watch the replay gang. But yeah, these albums have had me in the chokehold. So they will be reviews of those albums coming soon once I knock out some of these movies. Speaking of movies, if y'all heard the all the million announcements from Comic Con, I know Wiz has heard it, and I see him in the chats. I'm gonna shout out the chats in a second. Marvel, and Disney. Even though I've been on a financial boycott of them and only consume their stuff, via the sites, the Jack Sparrows. They did announce a lot of new stuff. They also announced a lot of canceling, which I'm very upset with. Like all their good shows on Disney Plus, like Ironheart, we won't get a season two. We won't get Wonder Man, and I loved Wonder Man. There's a lot of stuff they canceled, let go. A lot of the black led stuff they canceled and let go. We're not getting Blade. We just it's not happening. So I've been very very disappointed in them. And I'm gonna be honest, I was not excited at all about Doomsday. Bringing back Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, and don't get me wrong, I love them. I love those actors. I love those characters, but I felt like Endgame and Infinity War, we said goodbye. We said our goodbyes. Why are you bringing them back? Even though Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom and not Iron Man, but still, we said goodbye. Why are you bringing these guys back? Let them go on and retire and do whatever, let them go ahead and do other things, other movies. They don't have to be tied to Disney and Marvel for the rest of their lives. But unfortunately, it's like they're canceling all the new guys. They're canceling most of the black folks, and they are bringing back the old guys that we do not need. So I was not excited or happy about Doomsday. I started to just be like, you know what, forget it. I'm over the MCU. They're slowly becoming what DC has always been to me. I've never been a DC cinematic universe fan, especially the Snyder cuts and stuff. I hated all that shit. I do like what James Gunn has been doing with the most recent stuff. I will say that I have a lot of faith in James Gunn. Some of the stuff are hit and miss, but I'm very DC is start as Marvel is starting to lose me. DC is starting to win me over slowly but surely. Not all the way, but slowly but surely they're starting to win me over. But with that being said, at Comic Con, Marvel and Disney dropped the trailer, the official trailer, no more teasers, the actual trailer to Doomsday. And I'm not gonna lie, once I saw this, they got me. They got me. I'm a old school. I actually back in the day, as a kid, I actually spent my allowance and bought comic books. Like we had a comic book store here in Memphis. R.I.P. to that shop. But I would go spend my allowance and buy X-Men comic books. X-Men has always been my shit. Like that. It, I'm an X-Men lover through and through. Even the movies that weren't so good, I support it because I just love the X-Men. The X-Men are my favorite out of all the Marvel universes, all the comic books. Like those are the stuff I read. So when I saw the Mystique, when they revealed Mystique and they revealed her in the old school comic look, not the Fox, X-Men movie looks, but the old school comic book, that took me, that won me. I said, you know what? I might break this boycott and go see it in the theaters. I might not bootleg this. I might not. We'll see. We will see. But when I saw Mystique, and then of course, they showed some of the other X Men. They showed Magneto and Professor X. They showed all the old school, and I'm glad that they brought the old school actors from the Fox films over to this iteration. They brought them back. I was happy, but yeah, seeing the old X-Men cast got me more excited about Doomsday than any of the other stuff. Like, I don't care about Steve Rogers coming back. I don't care about, even I know Robert Downey Jr. is going to do a great job as Dr. Doom. I know because he's a great actor. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is not a bad actor. Even if he has been in bad films, he's always the best thing in those bad films. But between, it's just X-Men for me. I'm sorry, it's X-Men for me. And I'm not gonna lie, I even love Thor in the trailer because he did most of the talking through the trailer. I'm excited to see how Thor's character, with Chris Hemsworth, evolve and become like the leader of the crew and of the heroes, and like getting everybody ready for battle. I just really, really love that. So yeah, for me to not be excited about this film and for Marvel to be losing me slowly as a fan, at least based on this trailer, they got my hopes a little bit up. They got me a little bit more optimistic than I was prior to. So we'll see. We'll see if they are worthy enough for me to break this financial boycott, because I haven't. I tell y'all, all the Marvel, Disney, Pixar stuff that I've been reviewing on this channel, I have not paid for it all. I have not. I'm not giving them my money. I've been canceled my Disney Plus subscription last year. Like, it's just, I'm tired of, and I still love Disney. I'm still a Disney fan. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I love this shit. But the corporations, Bob Iger, the CEOs, all them, they not gonna keep playing in our faces and telling us it's raining, and I'm just gonna keep shelling out my hard-earned money to them. Like, I'm not gonna keep making Bob Iger rich. I'm not. I'm not. I refuse. Sorry, I'm not gonna keep making Kevin Feige rich. Like, nah. So I can still enjoy the content without supporting the CEOs and the big wigs and the people who really don't care about the art and don't care about the property. So as long as, the Jack Sparrow website still exists, I'm gonna keep using them. And I don't give a fuck. Argue with your mama. But other than that, Spider-Man is out this weekend. I've heard a lot of great things. I have been avoiding all reviews as far as my favorite critics on YouTube. I've been avoiding them like a plague. I've been avoiding social media like a plague. I blocked Spider-Man on Threads, the word Spider-Man and Marvel and MCU. I blocked all that on Threads, and just so, and on Instagram, just so I don't get any spoiler alerts. Like, people don't spoil it for me till I watch it. So I will be watching Spider-Man this weekend, and I will be reviewing it. Matter of fact, next weekend, I'm just gonna let y'all know right now, next Saturday, I am reviewing the Odyssey, and I'm reviewing Spider-Man Brand New Day. So just be prepared for that. I will be reviewing that, and I'm excited, both those films. So, yeah. Now, enough with the chitter chatter. Let's talk to the people in the chats, people who are watching live, who always support me every Saturday morning, starting with the sponsors, Orlando and TJ. Yeah, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Good morning, good morning. There go his other half. Thank you for tapping in. Eric B, no Rakim. Yes. Smash the like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications and share it out. I appreciate you, no Rakim. Thank you, brother. Oh, you got a new rack? Nice. Yeah, because you keep getting snakes. Yeah. Ashley, ENT Bestie, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Cacao, Wiz, thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you. Good morning, good morning. Brian, Chicken Mine, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. I wish I was at Sear too. Speaking of, this is our one reptile topic of the podcast. Speaking of, Sear, this weekend is happening in Atlanta. That's the Southeast Reptile Expo that's happening in Atlanta, Georgia right now, hosted and run by the great Bob Vu. And it's a lot. I've already seen pictures and videos on Instagram. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I hate that I missed it, but I wasn't the only one who missed it this go round. Wiz couldn't make it. Brian couldn't make it. Look, life has been lifing. Family, jobs, kids, finances, everything. But we all will return. Dinker, Bill, and the rest of the crew will return to Sear and at the February show, at the February, because Atlanta's just 6 hours. I can drive that. So, but I might honestly fly, to be honest, because if I fly, I won't be buying animals. I won't be tempted to buy animals. So, but either way, I'm coming to the February show. I ain't missing it. But I hate that I missed it. So if you are in Atlanta this weekend, go to SEER, the Southeast Reptile Expo in Duluth, Georgia. That's a little bit outside of Atlanta, but it's one of the best reptile expos, in my humble opinion, in the nation. I love it better than Tinley. As much as Tinley is a legend, I love Sear better than that. I love it. I haven't even been to Daytona, but I just feel like Sear can't even touch Daytona. But it's just it is what it is. It's my favorite reptile show to date. And so if you're out there, go check it out. Get you some animals. If you are a breeder out there and you're selling animals, good luck. I hope you make some great sales, do some good business. Don't leave in the red, at least leave in the green or the black, but don't leave in the red. Uh, and just connect, vibe, network, and have a good time. I know Ash is down there. We got DJ down there, a couple of other Thinkerville crew members down there. So I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great time. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't end up in the Atlanta jail, but have a good time. Have fun. And yeah, we will see y'all in February for the February show. DJ said mine too. I grew up on X-Men. Yeah, I'm sorry. X-Men is the best. It's the best. I wish I still had those comics though that I bought. I bet they're worth a lot of money now. But when you a kid, those things. Let's see. We will be at Sear tomorrow due to my LASIK surgery. Catch me outside. It can't be outside yet. Ah, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, your surgery, your eye surgery. So I get it. I get it. Mitzi and Parker, what it do? What it do? Thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Yo, Project Pat, my bro. Thanks for tapping in. I love you. I appreciate you. All right, I think that's everybody in the chats for right now. Of course, other people will trickle in later, but let's see. Today is music. Today is music. Let's go ahead and start with the legend. Yeah, I want to start with the legend. Usually, I start with the new people or the singles first, but now let's go ahead and do. And I didn't even put no pictures up. No, I got pictures. Hold on one second. I know I got pictures. Dang it, I deleted it. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I did for the Shenanigans podcast. See, that's what happens when you got two different podcasts. Yeah. Sometimes you accidentally delete stuff that should have stayed on the docket, but that's okay. So today we will be doing a Madonna Confessions 2. Now, yeah, Madonna Confessions 2. That is what I want to review first. And I was shocked because I didn't even, I don't listen to the radio, y'all. I don't listen to the radio. And when I have, my Spotify playlist or my YouTube music playlist and stuff, I just stick with what I already have, what I know. I don't veer off and try to find stuff. I let stuff find me. If that makes sense, like the algorithm, I let that find me. So I had no idea Madonna had even had an album coming until it dropped. And I was just strolling through Spotify, new music category, and I was like, I know that's not what I see. I know that's not who I see right there. And so, yeah, she dropped Confessions Part 2, which is the sequel to her 2005 album, Confessions on the Dance Floor. And depending on who you ask, that's one of the classic best dance records that Madonna has ever produced. This is also her 15th studio album. Madonna has been doing this for damn near 40 years. And so this is her 15th studio album and a sequel to one of her biggest records ever in her career. She did return. She wrote and produced all the songs with her longtime collaborator, Stuart Price, who also helped her with the first album, Confessions on the Dance Floor. And then they also had producers like Martin Garrix. I love him. He's one of my favorite EDM DJs. Andrew Watt and a couple of other circuit and a couple of other producers came to lend their talents. And then, of course, she had singer Sabrina Carpenter, Fayette Stormy, and also her own daughter Lola also came and did a feature on this album. So I'm going to give you what I loved about this album before I give you my critiques, because there is some things that I do have a gripe with. But I will say for this, Confessions 2, for this to be the sequel to Confessions on a Dance Floor, I think that it's a very solid sequel. It's a very, like, you can listen to both albums and they do kind of mesh well and go together. Um, but Confessions on the Dance Floor 2005 is still the superior. It's still the better album than this one. So many years later, this one is very, very. It's good. It's solid, but it's not as strong as the first one. Um, What I love about this album is that you can tell Madonna is, and she's in her 60s. Like, you would expect this to happen from a music artist, but there are some music artists who don't mature with their music, if that makes sense. There are some music artists that are in their 50s, their 60s, their 40s, but they still try to act as if their heyday, act as if they were in their 20s, or early teens for some of those stars, those musicians who started real, real early, chasing the nostalgia. A lot of artists get caught up in trying to chase their heyday, and Madonna doesn't do that. She does pay homage to that. Like, she's very aware of her legacy. She's very aware of her fan base. She's very aware of what her fans want, what she brings to the pop world, what she has already brought to the pop world, her influence on pop music. She's very much aware of that. But listening to this album, it doesn't feel like she's chasing her heyday. It doesn't feel like she's chasing, Material Girl or Vogue, or it's not like she's like trying to pretend like she's still in her 20s. Like, she's very aware that she's 60s. She's in her 60s. She's very aware that she's been on this earth very, very long time. Um, and I do love lyrically, because I do, even though this is a dance EDM pop where it's made for the club and stuff, I do actually pay attention and read the lyrics. I love going to websites and read lyrics and stuff. And I do love that. If you pay attention to the lyrics of certain songs, she is very much aware of her morality. She knows she's not going to be here forever. And I think a lot of that has to do with the grief of, believe she lost her brother recently. And so you can tell that she's like, yo, I'm not going to be here forever. Life is short. So we might as well just dance and have a good time and enjoy what these last days of our lives. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that she kind of like when David Bowie was he knew he was dying from his illness, and his last record reflected that. It was kind of like a goodbye. It's kind of like that with Madonna, but not as gloomy. It's more like, hey, we don't know when it's our time, so let's go ahead and have a good time. Let's just have fun. Let's just dance. Let's just laugh. Let's smile. That's more of what Madonna is doing with this record lyrically. Even the song with her and her daughter, I love. It was just so beautiful hearing them basically talk about their mother-daughter relationship, and you can hear from the daughter's perspective of her mom, how she felt about her mom, who is one of the biggest pop stars and legend of music in the world. But it's like, you hear the humanity in it. You don't hear about when her daughter's singing and talking or whatever. You don't hear about Madonna the pop star. You hear about Madonna the mother, the woman who raised this child. So until adulthood. So it's just that was a very beautiful record. Um, I will say that some songs were very, very like it, how do I say this without it sound like a backhanded compliment? I don't even know if I can say. Certain songs when you listen to it, you understand why Madonna is the legend that she is, and you see why so many other pop stars look up to her. Um, I think that's the nicest way to say it. There's certain songs where you listen and you're like, yeah, Madonna is that one. She's the one. Like, you know how Nicki Minaj always say all these bitches is my sons when she's referring to other rappers and stuff. That's kind of that's kind of like the feeling you get with some of these songs because you like, dang, I can hear Lady Gaga in this. I can hear um Ariana Grande in this. I can hear like you so many other pop singers, Britney Spears, so many other pop singers. You can hear the influence that Madonna gave them throughout their career in certain songs. Like Danceteria is one of those. That's one of the songs I really love and I recommend. Um, Bring Your Love, Love Sensation. Let me look at the other track list. There was one song. Dang, that I really like. I was like, what the fuck? Like this song is this is my jam. When it comes to dance tracks, like this is my jam. Um mm. School. Ooh, school is so good. School is so good. Fragile is so good. The back end of the album, the last couple of songs of the album were the best ones of this whole album. Um, oh my gosh. Like bizarre. Oh my gosh. Like these songs you like, yes, this is Madonna. This what makes her a legend. This what makes her the one of the biggest female pop stars to ever grace music history. Um and like I said, she knows she that one. She knows she's the mother of a lot of these pop girlies that's out now, you know what I'm saying? And that they try to emulate and um but I love that she still stayed true to herself even at her mature age. Now, let's go ahead and get to some of my gripes or my critiques because there are some. Um, Number one, the biggest gripe is the auto tune. Now, it isn't as prevalent and as jarring in all the songs. There are some songs where she does use her natural vocal cords without auto tune. But there are some tracks, get mainly like the first couple of tracks, where it's very apparent that they use auto tune to enhance her voice. Because again, Madonna has lived her life. I'm pretty sure in the past she's done some drugs or some hard drinking or whatever. Her vocal cords aren't as strong as they used to be. I'll just say that. She sounds as she's aged. Her voice has aged with her. And so I get why they probably needed a little help vocally, but there were certain tracks where it was so apparent and so jarring that it was like I just went ahead and skipped. I was just like, nah, I just can't. It just took me out of it. Um, but like I said, it wasn't the whole album and it wasn't every song. It was just a few of them where I don't know if it was production, post production, whatever, but I was just like, nah, baby, I'd rather just hear your natural voice. If you're a little hoarse that day in the recording studio, give us that hoarseness because this auto tune enhancing, peaking stuff that they doing, it wasn't it. Also, she did a lot of spoken word in here, especially in the beginning of a lot of these tracks. And that by track three, I was over it. By track three, I was like, Madonna, please don't tell me you're doing spoken word this entire album because I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, please. Now it does change as the album progressed, but like the first song, I Feel So Free, it to me that's the weakest. To me, the first track is the weakest. Y'all can skip it. It's her doing spoken word to an EDM dance beat, and I was just Like no, like I get it, the whole Vogue era, the ballroom, and sometimes some tracks, people are talking through it and stuff like that, and I'm just, it was not for me. I was like, Madonna, please tell me this isn't your way of doing spoken word poetry, because I can't, poetry slam and stuff, because I can't do this the entire album. I can't do that, especially when you got 16 songs. There's 16 songs on here. I was like, I can't do 16 songs of you doing spoken word. But again, it wasn't the whole album, but that took me out a little bit, and I think that's what made this album a little less enjoyable if we're comparing it to the original Confessions on the Dance Floor. As far as production goes, it's EDM. They give you EDM, they give you trance, trance. They give you that's like a subgenre of EDM. They give you the ballroom dance type, the techno, pop, synth pop stuff. You get a little bit of everything. If you like EDM dance music, you get a little bit of everything in this. And but it's Madonna. I can't see other girls. I can see other girls try it. I can see there's certain songs where I could see Britney Spears try it or Gaga try it, but it would not sound the same because it's not Madonna. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not a knock to the other girls, because y'all know Lady Gaga is one of my favorites. I love her down, but there's just certain songs where you listen to and you like only this artist can pull this off. And I feel like there are a lot of tracks on here where only Madonna could pull this off, not any of the other pop girlies. So it is what it is. I would give this, what would I rank this album? It's like I said, it's so enjoyable. I loved it. I had a good time with it. But because I just love dance music. Um, but again, there are certain gripes that I did have with it. And for that, I gotta give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's not the worst, not the best. It's solid. It's good. It's enjoyable. But the last half of the album, the last half is way better than the first half. You got to really get through the first half to really appreciate the second half of the album. Uh, and it was just okay. I really thought Sabrina Carpenter was going to bring a lot more to her song "Bring Your Love," that she was featured on, but unfortunately, it was just middle of the road for me. It didn't really do much for me. She really didn't add anything to the song, but it is what it is. I stand by my rating, 6.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I had a good time, but there were a lot of skips, especially compared to the original Confessions on a Dance Floor, which this is the sequel to. So, but I'm happy I got some new Madonna music. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy that she gave us something in 2026. I enjoyed it. And again, I love the maturity of her vocally, lyrically, stylized. Like, I just like seeing old school legends who still got it. They haven't let themselves go all the way completely. They haven't left the industry completely, and they pop out every once in a while. They go away for a little bit, and they pop out and be like, "Yo, I still got it. I still, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Yeah, y'all want some old Madonna? I got you. I got you, fans." And so I appreciate it. As a fan, I appreciate it. So I do recommend y'all check it out, but I will tell y'all skip like the first four tracks. Yeah, the first four, and they alright. There ain't nothing to write home about. Let's see who I missed in the Chizzy chats before we move on to the next review. Oh yeah, for sure, Brian. We'll have some new morphs in the show in February. For sure. This next breeding season, I'm coming back. I'm coming back bigger, better than ever, stronger. I mean, I won't have no babies for y'all, but I'm excited to be oh, my sinuses, sorry. I'm excited for this next breeding season because I am running the Kazi back. And then there's a couple of other things I have up my sleeve that I don't want to talk about right now. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. And I know my bros, they're breeding. They're going to have some babies this winter. They got some babies coming. So I'm excited. Banna, niece, thanks for tapping in. Miss you. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, up next on the docket, we have a single by an R&B singer called Maria, I believe, or Maria, or Amaria, probably Amaria. I'm sorry, forgive me. McGee, and she she's been out for a minute though. I believe her first album came out, like, she's not really a new artist. Her first album came out in 2021 called Bittersweet. And then she dropped All For You in 2023, and then Free Falling in 2024. So she's been out for a minute. She technically isn't new. Um, and I've heard her on certain other albums, like featured. I believe she was on one of Brent Faiyaz's albums or stuff. Like, I've seen her name pop up in so many other people's records. So she's not new to this, but a lot of people don't know about her. Um, and she started popping up on threads for a couple of months promoting this new single that she had coming out. And when I heard it, oh my gosh, when I heard that joint, it was so 80s. And when I say 80s R&B, like, it really is 80s R&B. Like, you have to listen to it to get what I'm saying. The productions, her vocals, like, she took it way back old school, and but it still sounded fresh. It still sounded new, and it's called Till We Meet Again. I believe it dropped like last week or week before last, but it when I tell you that album, I mean, not album. I keep saying album. That single. It's a song, single song, and not to mention, thank you, Amaria. Thank you so much for giving me a 4 minute song. Y'all know how much the biggest beef I have with new artists, when I have with young artists coming out, this new generation of musicians and singers, is that I hate these 2 minute songs. I hate these 1 minute and 30-second songs. I hate these TikTok esque songs. Like, it irks my soul to the core when you have a good song, a good track, a good beat, a good melody, a good flow, and it ends after the first verse. Like, they only give you one verse, one chorus, and they let the beat ride out, and then that's it. It's over. Like, I hate that with a passion. That's the biggest beef I have with the younger generation. So for her to drop this track, and this track was 4 minutes long, that was audio ecstasy for me. That was just like, yes, she gave us a bridge. She gave us a bridge. I, when it comes to R&B, I need bridges, y'all. I need bridges in my life. Give me 2 to 3 verses and a bridge with some chorus. That's songs, that's songwriting, that's music making. But back to this track. This track, Till We Meet Again. Oh my gosh. When I tell you, it fed the 80s baby in me, because it reminded me of the old school. Like, this is one of those, if you was watching an 80s rom-com, this would be that soundtrack song. This would play in the background of a movie scene where the guy is trying to get the girl. Like, this is very much nostalgia. It is perfect. The lyrics are very sweet, and it's all about, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just such a good ass song to listen to. I had a good time. And even though, yes, sometimes the whisper singing can get annoying with a lot of these young singers, you could tell she got vocals. And I've listened to some of her other singles. Like, she really got vocals. She don't have to whisper sing, but the whisper singing actually works with this track. With the synths, and she's also a musician herself. I believe she actually plays the piano and stuff. At least based off the videos I saw on threads and stuff, like she can actually play the music. So not only is she a good singer, but she's a good musician. Um, and like I said, this track is, oh my gosh, this track is so old school. It's such my jam. It's peak 80s R&B. It's just beautiful. Like this is one of the best songs. This thing has had me in a chokehold since it came out. Like I've been listening to it damn near every day. Damn, almost every day. Like I might listen to it after this podcast, just to be honest with y'all, because it's just that good. And I don't get tired of it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop up on my Spotify wrap up list at the end of the year because I've been playing it like crazy. But yeah, this song is such a beautiful love song, such an amazing nostalgia based song. Like it's great. It's amazing. So please check this out. Amaria, until we meet again. Go listen to it where you listen to music. If I had to rate this single, if I had to rate this song, 10 out of 10. I'm biased. I'm an 80s baby. I'm an R&B head. 10 out of 10. 10 out of motherfucking 10. It's just perfect. I found no gripes, no flaws in this song, in this single. And go check out her other music. Like I said, she's dropped albums and singles since 2021. So if you never heard of Amaria McGee, um, go listen. Mm, just perfect R&B. Love it, love it. Tap in to this new artist if you never heard of her before. Let's see. I live for those old school songs that were 7 to 10 minutes long. My, listen, look, y'all know I'm agnostic. I'm not for organized religion. I've left the church a long time ago. But one of the reasons why I still listen to certain gospel songs and certain gospel records, because them jumps be about 10 minutes long. Because they good. They got to be good. They got to be good songwriting. Like the Kurt Franklins of the world, the Yolanda Adams, the Mary Marys, they have to be actually good songs, good records. But when they about seven, you think they done and they not done, they like 7, 8 minutes. Man, I never get tired of that shit. When I'm on the road driving long, I put on the gospel playlist because I know it's gonna get me through it. By the time we get to track number 7, I'm probably already in my destination because those songs are so damn long. I love old songs. I mean long songs. I'm sorry. I love them. I love them. These 2 minute songs that these kids be giving us is some bullshit. That's not a song to me. That's not a real record. That's a sample. That's a teaser of a record. Oh, cold little heart, 9 minutes of it. My, what you saying? And don't, ooh, Orlando, remember when songs were so long that they had to make radio edits or radio cut versions? So when you buy an album, you get the original, but then you get the radio edited version because the radio could not play the 7 minute song. So they gave you like a 3 minute song. A lot of EDM DJs do that. A lot of like the Martin Garrix, the Avicii's, the Kygos, they will have the original song because they most of EDM is all about the dance. It's all about the music. It's not about the lyrics. Like fuck the lyrics. So you would have like 3 minutes of straight instrumental, 2 to 3 minutes of straight instrumental before the singer pops up and starts singing. Then you have that song, and then you might get, if you lucky, the DJ might give you some outro music at the end, like another minute and a half of just outro music just playing. Man, and the radio made them cut to that middle section, and that's the radio version. Man, I love longer songs. Stand on the word, 9 minutes and 58. Right. Closure, 9 minutes and 50. Right. You right. Right. Orlando, these young kids don't know nothing about that. The actually closure is 11 and 20. See? See? Oh. Shout out to artists who actually make us listen to music that long. Rachel Farrell, I can't explain 8 minutes. Lenny Williams, cause I love you, 9 minutes and 33. My Orlando knows. Yes, I used to hate when the radio stations would play those cut off versions. No, what pissed me off even more, and I will not be on this tangent long. What pissed me off even more, especially with the pop music, and I blame racism. And I know it's the radios that does this, the radio stations and the record labels. Pop artists will have a song featuring a rapper, but when every time they play the song on the radio, they never play the rapper's verse. They have a edited version where the rapper doesn't even exist. It like skips that whole part and goes straight to the bridge. That used to piss me the fuck off. I think the last time I noticed it. I'm not because I'm pretty sure it still happens. But the last time I noticed it was when Sia, the singer Sia, did the greatest. Played it on the local pop station here in Memphis, and I was excited because I've heard the song. I've heard the version on Spotify, and I was like, "Oh shoot, they about to play my song! They about to play my song!" Did not play Kendra's verse. It like went straight to the bridge and then straight to the outro. I was like, "Oh, y'all racist! Y'all won't even play the black man." And Kendrick didn't even cuss on that record. He didn't cuss. He didn't say the N word. He didn't say because it was like a positive, encouraging song. And it's Sia. Sia is, chandelier. Sia is not one of those type of pop girlies that do a lot of vulgar music and stuff like that. So it was like the tamest Kendrick Lamar you could ever get. The tamest PG, maybe G version of Kendrick Lamar you get. So why you cut his verse? Like what the heck? Like that pissed me the fuck out. And that was like, you know what? Forget the radio. I got it on my phone. Let me just put my. I don't even listen to the radio no more because I got tired of the radio versions. I just wish I just witnessed that in 50 Shades of Grey with Nicki's version was cut out of Nick Jonas's song. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, yep, they did that. They stayed doing that. They're like, oh, you got a rapper feature? Cut. Not playing it. They'll get it on the album. You so stupid, Orlando. um, I ain't gonna lie to you, Orlando. When I was on the plane, when we went on this cruise with the family, I was on the plane, and y'all know I got my old school MP3 player. It's not even old school. It's you can buy it on Amazon for like $30. I had my MP3 player, and I was listening to um one of the pop playlists, and Nicki's Save Me came on. Man, I miss Nicki Minaj. That's one of the artists that I really had to grieve a lot, since she became a coon. But I let that song play because that brought me back so much nostalgia. When that album came out, I was like, because that's one of my favorite Nicki songs ever. Save me, this time won't you save me? Like that's my junk. But I was just like, yeah, I miss Nicki. Sometimes that happens with Kanye too. Like I listen to my MP3 player and then an old Kanye song pop on, like Through the Wire or something like that. And I'm like, damn, I miss this Kanye. So I get it, Orlando. I get it. Oh, let's see. Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to listen to her now. It really is. But I think it's harder for me with Kanye because of how opposite he is from his old music. Like I tried listening, like I said, the song one of his songs, older songs popped up from Graduation. It was either Graduation or Late Registration, one of them songs. And listening to his lyrics and the Black Power, the the protest type lyrics, the we gotta stand by each other, and it listening to his old stuff now leaves a bad taste in my mouth because of all the BS and anti-black stuff he's been saying now. You know what I'm saying? And being apart and being, with the enemy, being in bed with the enemy, and it just does not sound right listening to his old stuff because it's like you're a hypocrite, you're a liar. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Yep, Alexa Siri, next track. Yep. Like can't even. Like it just feels so wrong now. Like you used to be so pro black and now you're anti black to the extreme. And it's like, what the hell? What like woo. I hate to see it. Hate to see it. Skip all the way. Can't even enjoy the songs that used to motivate me in the gym and motivate me when I'm creating and editing pictures and stuff like that. It don't even motivate me no more. Like the Kanye's can't tell me nothing, or all those other stuff. No, the biggest song that I agree that I love so much from Kanye is everything I'm not made me everything I am. Dun, dun, dun. That song, that was my mantra. Everything I'm not made me that was my mantra right there. Everything I'm not made me everything I am. You know. But shit hits the fan, na 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 na, na, like I can't even listen to that no more. Like, hey, you really he was that was my therapy music right there. Snoop, Nelly, all of them. Oh, it was easy for me to let go of those type of artists because they never meant nothing to me. Their music never really touched me. Like, yeah, Nelly's music was fire, bumping and stuff like that. But and Snoop is a legend. But yeah, I don't. It was easy. It was easy not to listen to them no more. It was so easy to let them go as artists, as a fan of music and stuff. Like, to be honest, I don't even think I've touched my hip hop playlist in a long time. If I have the taste for certain rap artists like the Kendricks and stuff like that, or if Tyler the Creator or Vince Staples, I just go to their artist page and go to whatever album I want to listen to. Because if I go to my hip hop playlist with my favorite hip hop songs, over half of those are now coons and traitors of the black community and MAGA and shit like that. So it's like I don't even go to that playlist no more. I might just delete that playlist altogether because if I want to listen to the artists I love, I just go straight to their page. I just go right over. I feel like some Vince Staples today. Let me go to his page. I feel like some Tyler the Creator today. Let me just go like hate to see it, hate to see it. But anywho, that's enough for this episode of Snake Simmer Podcast. Thank y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Again, we will have more music reviews. Like I said, all these artists dropped a couple of weeks ago. So I got to review them. Steve Lacy, oh my gosh, I got to talk about this because this album, baby, I love me some Steve Lacy. But yeah, so more music is coming soon. Movie music reviews is coming soon. But before we get to that, we got to do the epic blockbusters. So next week, The Odyssey. I will finally be talking about The Odyssey um, with y'all. It's been out for a minute. People have done they think pieces. The incels have whined and complained and cried ever since the casting announcements, and they still, and now that the movie is so successful, they're moving the goalposts and now making new excuses and new BS to complain about. So we'll see. I just never thought I would have to come and stick up for Christopher Nolan in any capacity because I have not been a big fan of some of his last films, in my opinion. But we'll see. I'll tell y'all more about that on next Saturday, as well as Spider Man Brand New Day. Can't wait to see that this weekend and report to y'all how I feel about that and see if Marvel can win me back. Because right now, they're on the fence. They're on the chopping block. They've been in the doghouse for a minute. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thank y'all for tapping in. I'm not because Sear is going on and DJ is vending at Sear. I'm not sure if he's going to have an episode of OTP podcast. If he do, check it out. Just subscribe and follow Royal Caribbean Exotics to see if he has a show or not. We'll play that by ear, but we will have. I'm pretty sure because he's not at Sear Sophisticated Ignorance podcast tonight on Wiz's channel, Wiz Constrictor. So subscribe, follow, and come watch us, hang out with us tonight, late night reptile people talking and vibing and having a good time. But anywho, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Please be patient with me with the vlogs. My laptop where my video editing was cracked and broke. Like the screen is just I'm gonna try to see, once I get my check from this new job, I'm gonna try to see how much it'll cost to get it repaired. If not, then y'all just gonna have to wait on the vlogs because I can't edit anything. I have nothing. My editor, it was all on that laptop. Um, so please be patient with the vlogs. It might be a minute before my cruise, my workout videos for my second channel. Because I've been recording. I have been recording. My camera is full of clips. Can't do nothing about it. So y'all be patient with me on that. But we're gonna still do the podcast. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have been so burnt out creatively and even with the snakes. Like I'm steady contemplating on whether I want to continue down the road as a breeder or should I just step down and just, the only breeding I will focus on is my Kazi gene, the Dinker project. I'm not giving up on that. I'm seeing that through to the end. But everything else, I'm really slowly losing my love for that and my passion for that. So, life is life. Things are going on. But I'm optimistic for the future. But at the same time, I got to be real and honest with where I want to go business wise, creative wise, things like that. Because I'm not going to lie, my heart's not in it, at least as far as breeding goes. Now, creative reptiles, the content creating, the podcasting, the photos, the photography, that passion ain't died. That's still there. But as far as being a breeder, I'm really slowly starting to think this shit ain't for me. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Y'all just continue to be patient and pray for me and send your boy positive vibes. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always supporting, always having my back no matter where I do. And I love y'all. And next week, school starts back. The kids are back in school. So y'all pray for me as I get back to being a teacher this year. And I hope that we all have a blessed and wonderful school year. Let's see. My 4+2 geckos have been giving me peace and happiness and a lot of free time. Facts. That's what I want to go back to. I want to go back to that. Hobby versus business can be a lot. Yes, I've learned that, and I did learn that lesson in photography a few years back when I was like heavy in photography, like doing people's weddings and banquets and shit like that. It was like, I don't like the business side. The business side makes the hobby no more, it doesn't make it enjoyable anymore. It doesn't make it fun anymore. The business side ruins everything as a creative. It does. It ruins the fun. It ruins the enjoyment. And I never want to get to the point where I resent those animals in there. Those are my babies. At the end of the day, those are my babies. Those are my children. They are the reason why I'm still alive. I tell people all the time, people be like, because I'm about to go on 14 years as a survivor of suicide. As a suicide survivor, this October would be my 14th year anniversary of surviving that. And I tell people, I probably would have off myself if I did not have Jafar, if I never got Jafar back in 2015. And Jasmine and Jimmy, oh my gosh, losing Jimmy, that sent me in a spot. I'm still recovering over that loss. Like, these snakes are my lifeline. If all these snakes go, I'm ready to clock out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to get to the point to where it's all business, business, business. Got to make money, return on investments, collection, to where it's like I get sick and tired of looking at these animals. I never want to get to that point, so I rather stop now before it gets to that point. Um, so yeah, uh, I'm going back to just enjoying these animals, having a good time. Like I said, I'm focusing on the Kazi project, the Dinker project. I'm seeing that project through and through. I'm not giving up on that. But the rest of this shit, I don't care no more. I really don't care. If I breed only one clutch a year, cool. I'm tired of trying to keep up with everybody. I'm tired of trying to be a part of the whole conglomerate. I'm tired of trying to be just like everybody else. I just want to enjoy these animals again. But yeah, it is what it is. I love y'all. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Thank you, Orlando. Thank y'all for always supporting me. And again, we'll be back next week. I'll see y'all Thursday on the Shenanigans podcast with the rest of the crew at 6:30 Central Time. And then back here, Snake Cinema Podcast. I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. And go vote. Go vote. It's early voting here in Memphis. I don't know where it is in your states. If it's early voting going on right now locally, go vote. Cause we got to get some of these evil motherfuckers out of office. And it starts locally. It starts with your mayors. It starts with your judges. It starts with your senators. It starts with your governors. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers in Tennessee. Go vote. If you got early voting, go do that. And if you don't have early voting, make sure you there in November when the real stuff begins. I love y'all. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Every episode, spitting true.